Welcome back to NTV News First Edition. It is Thursday, which means it's time for Get Psyched with Dr. Janine. On today's segment, we respond to a viewer question wondering how best to protect kids from some of the negativity that can come along with parental separation and divorce. And to answer this, I'm joined by Dr. Janine Hubbard. Great to see you again.
Absolutely. Good evening.
So we know that parental separation and divorce can be very stressful. Does it always cause stress to the children?
Well, there's a certain amount of reactions that we expect. Of course, you have kids who are wondering about their stability, their safety. They wonder, is it something I did? Can I get my parents back together? Where am I going to sleep? All of those kind of questions. Those are normal, pretty typical reactions. And in fact, we have a lot of kids who say, actually, once things settle down, life is almost better because mom and dad are both happier. It's not all rosy, but that is one of the things that we hear them support if the situation is handled properly. And that's our big discussion for tonight.
So are there then strategies that parents can use to minimize the stress on their children?
Absolutely, because if not handled well, this can be a huge life-altering source of stress for kids. So probably the best thing I can suggest is making sure that the kids feel safe, secure, and they know they have a regular routine. So they know, where am I going to be on such and such a day? Where is my bed? Where is my laptop? Establish that routine as early on as possible. And then the next thing is, don't use your kids as messengers. Even when you think it's something totally innocuous, like even if it's something really, really simple, don't get them involved. Don't make them feel like they're being caught in the middle in any way, shape, or form. Use texting, use emails if you're not able to talk in person or on phone, but keep the kids out of it. Yeah.
How do you establish then an age-appropriate visitation or custody schedule?
It really depends on the age of the kids. The younger the kids, the shorter period of time you want away from each parent. So week on, week off, for example, might be too long for very young children. They might need a midweek visit, or they might need sort of 2 or 3 days with one, 2 or 3 days with another. Whereas when kids get a little bit older, they may prefer more of the stability of a longer period of time.
Now, I'm sure many of us are guilty of, saying negative things about people. I guess, we should be mindful not to speak negatively about our exes in front of children.
This is one of the hardest things for people to do. But again, it is vitally important. Keep your opinions about yourself to about your ex to yourself, and talk to your relatives. Make sure Nan and Pop aren't saying bad things about the ex, because remember, that's still the kid's parent. And they're hearing that and they're absorbing that. So you want to make sure to keep those discussions out of it. If your ex has done something that you really disagree with, have that discussion privately, not while the kids are present. That's going to be really important.
I guess it's difficult, I guess, once for the adults as well, when they start this whole new routine. How can you kind of, help your child feel safe in this environment, this new normal?
Well, a lot of it is having that discussion with them, asking about their concerns, asking about their worries. Again, sometimes they're very concrete ones, and then helping them to establish, some things are going to look very different, but there are some things that are still the same. Reassuring them again that there's nothing that they did to cause the separation, nothing that they can do that will cause parents to get back together. Kids engage in a lot of magical thinking there, but reassuring them that at the end of the day, mom and mom, dad and dad might not be together anymore, but that concern and love for the kids comes first and foremost.
So if there are people watching tonight that are looking for some more help, some more advice, where can they find that?
Families Change is a great website that provides a lot of strategies about how to talk to your kids, some of the common age-appropriate concerns that might come out. The other thing is there are post-divorce groups, support groups for kids across the province. Janeway Family Centre offers one here in St. John's, but reach out to your local community health unit and take care of yourself. This is listed as one of the #1 life stressors anybody goes through. So if ever there was a time to reach out for your local psychologist or counselor, divorce and separation is the time, so don't be afraid to ask for assistance.
Dr. Janine Hubbard, thank you so much for being here with me tonight, and I can't wait to see you in person again soon.
Likewise, thanks again.